Good afternoon. It's January the 15th. Warm, right around freezing, maybe even a little above. It's hard to be sure. And I'll be heading, I think, down Regina Avenue today and out to Pasqua Street is my plan. Got the external mic stuck in again on the theory it might work this time. I played with the bit rate settings again, so we'll see if it makes any difference. I fully expect it to stop on me in about 5 minutes, but we'll see. So I have to start the way I often start, which is getting to the footbridge. So a very pleasant temperature today and not much wind, so a very nice day. The sun was out earlier, but it's gone behind the clouds now. I think we're supposed to get snow showers tomorrow, so, but still warm. Then it gets quite cold again in the middle of the week and then warms up again. So it doesn't look too bad to the end of January. Single digit minus temperatures. Celsius. Oof. It's a Saturday, so we've done grocery shopping and the usual sorts of things. Now I'm just getting my walk in. Finished that big editing job I was working on yesterday, so that's out of my hair. Now I'm concentrating on Shadowpaw Press and all the stuff I'm trying to publish there, and learning. It's a big learning curve, but I want to do it right, so the curve must be climbed. And then there's the money issue, but I'm working on it all. Too bad I don't have a staff. It's just me and the cat, and as I often say, Shadowpaw Press may be named after him, but he's not any use whatsoever when it comes to doing work. I never walked down this alley. Let's walk down this alley. Not a very interesting alley, but at least it's a change of pace. The brown ones are garbage, the blue ones are recycling. Which reminds me, that's garbage week this Sunday. Got to put it out. Picked up Monday. They only pick it up every 2 weeks this time of year when it's cold. It's also the recycling week, so recycling has to go out too. That's on Wednesday. So far the mic stayed on, but usually about the time I say that it goes off, so we'll see. Usually by the time I get to the dike, it's gone off. I don't know why bitrate would matter. The audio portion of the stream is like 160 bits per second or something like that, and the video is way higher. So I don't see why bitrate would matter, but it's about the only thing I can play with, so. Of course, the other option is to use a different streaming app, but most of them don't allow you to multi-stream as easily as Prism does. And I do like the fact that I'm multi-streaming to, it's not really multi-stream, bi-streaming, I guess, to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. I hear birds singing. They must be excited about the warm weather. Big flock of them over there somewhere. I'm not seeing them, but I can sure hear them. Remember back in the spring walking along here and this tree was all beautiful with blooming flowers? And it will be again, but not for a while yet. So that was probably in April or something like that, and it's already January. Spring will be here before you know it. Not sure this staircase is very good though. Well, it has a railing. I should manage all right. Yeah, there'll be lots of people out walking today because of the warmth. Well, so far, I've made it this far with the microphone staying working. And there's, of course, the footbridge we are headed for. Maybe around freezing, but no danger of the ice thawing anytime soon. Hi, Tim. Probably lots of kids over there tobogganing, but I'm not going that way. Tradition demands I look at the creek in both directions. You can see there have been people on the ice. There's tracks in the snow. Oh, first dog sighting. All right, so this will be an experiment into how well people have cleared their sidewalks. Two dogs? One dog. Something that looked like a dog is actually in the yard, I think. Now it's a long straight walk to Pasqua Street is the plan here. And I'll walk south on Pasqua and then work my way back. Possibly by the gardens, but they're going to be possibly muddy today, so I'm not sure I want to try to even look at them today. Not that there's anything to see. So wobbly for some reason today. I don't know why. Battery is somewhat low, but I think I'll just hold on for 1 second. Gonna go sideways for a minute. Oh, maybe not. It just picked it up the way it was. Just turn the gimbal on and off again, see if that smooths it out. Seems really crooked now. Okay, here we go again. Gonna go briefly floppy, and we'll go sideways, and then we're back to where we should be. Still very sloping down to one side, it looks like, but there's really nothing I can do about that. So maybe if it found a horizon, it would, I don't know. Huh. No, it didn't make any difference. Okay, quit obsessing about it. Nothing you can do. If I turn it that way, well, I wasn't supposed to do that. All right, here we go again. Whee, there I am probably briefly. Back around. And then sideways again. And still really off the horizon. Oh well. Just tilt your head a little bit if it bothers you. Bothers me, but I can't seem to fix it. So. Not good at all. Getting worse and worse, too. I don't see any way to fix that. Well, maybe it'll fix itself. At least the microphone seems to still be working. I think it's still in focus. So this is just a long straight walk down Regina Avenue. This is the way you would drive if you were heading to the airport. Oops. Got to occasionally look at my feet. A little strip mall over there and condo buildings behind it. That's an old church. I don't know. It was for sale. I don't know if it's been bought. So I don't know what's happening there at the moment. I'll decide what I'm going to do when I get down to Pasqua, which way I'm going to go. Pretty busy road along here. Also leads to the Louvain, which is the higher speed north-south route on the west side of the city here. So if you're downtown heading back to Harbour Landing, you'd probably come this way. I suppose anybody's responsible for clearing the sidewalks next to a vacant lot, but you'd think the owner would be. It's been sort of cleared, but not very thoroughly. It's always harder walking on uncleared sidewalks too, or partially cleared ones. And the microphone seems to still be up, so good. But it's stayed up for a long time before and then quit. So again, I have no idea what the trigger is for it to suddenly start disconnecting. And it may still do that at any moment. There's no question the sound's better when I have the external mic. This one's nicely cleared. You might be able to see the red light down there. That's the intersection we're headed to. Oh, I smell food. It's an interesting house over there, the flat-roofed one. I wonder if they have problems with snow on a flat roof like that. You never see those in the mountains where they get really big snowfalls. That's why they have such steep roofs, is to keep the snow from accumulating. Because the weight can add up. Every now and then you'll hear of a building caving in because of a snow and ice buildup on the roof. Princess Street. Most of the apartment buildings along here. Very handy to the airport. If you flew a lot, this would be the place to live. Wheelchair ramp on that house. Hello, Numina in Tunisia. Welcome to Regina. Oh, it's hard to see sometimes if there's a bump or a dip because there's no contrast in the snow, so those kinds of things could sneak up on you. We're headed to the light, and then we'll go down Pasqua Street up here for a little ways before we start back. This has only been 20 minutes, so to here. tell it's warm today. The ice is actually melting off the roads. Improve them a bit before the next cold snap, depending on what happens with snow between now and the next cold snap. Trouble with melting is it then freezes. It'll freeze every night, even if it melts during the day. So ice comes back over and over again. One reason why we have potholes, partly it's the soil Regina is built on, but it's also the freeze-thaw cycle. You get a little hole in the pavement, the water gets in, freezes overnight, expands, repeat and repeat. Eventually the pavement crumbles. Water gets in, eats away whatever's under the pavement. Pavement collapses and bingo, you got a pothole. Why they're called potholes. They're not made by pots. I guess they look sort of like pots. About the size of a pot, depending. Some of them would be really big pots. Snow piled up. They've cleared their whole yard for some reason. Maybe they get water in the basement when it melts, if they don't do that. Right, now we'll turn left down Pasqua Street, south. This is a senior citizens home over here. The airport is out that way. That next set of lights up there is the Louvain. We're going this way. What's that one called? I always forget. Santa Maria, I think. Seniors Center. Warm enough, I'm just wearing my spring jacket today. I'm still plenty warm walking. Could almost unzip it. I have big yards along here. Like a sculpture of a little tiny moose. And out there's the prairie. Well, actually it's the airport, but it gives you a sense of the prairie. Well, the airport's over there. So that's runways over there, and then prairie beyond it. There's a truck on the sidewalk, blocking it rather completely. That's annoying. Baseball diamonds over there. The sun will be setting over there in about 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. I don't know what the sunset is today. It's probably between 5:30 and 6. I should get out to Harbor Landing, or right where I'm really on the edge of the prairie. Get a really good view across the plains, the snow-covered plains. You can see the snow piled up from plowing this road, which again is a major artery here, kind of, Pasqua. All piled up on one side because there's no parking on that side, so that leaves this side clear for parking. Just don't want to run across the road and try to get into the baseball diamond from here right now. I think I'll take my hat off. I'm getting so warm. I don't think I'll bother going down any further. It's been almost half an hour to here, so I will start my walk back. Working my way back on different streets than I took to come over. There's a park here. Jesus loves you. Details inside. Mennonite Church. Right there, Grace Mennonite Church. Well, I don't see any easy way to get into the park, so I'm not even going to try that. I'll just go left here and start working my way back. There you go, Columbus Park. Several baseball diamonds there, and then that's the airport over there. It's not a direct path back from here, so I'll be picking my way a bit. And that's the church over there, through the trees. Another big pile of snow cleared off the parking lot. Always the last thing to melt in the spring are these big piles of snow. That's the park, but it doesn't look very inviting. And on the other side of it is par 3 golf course, which I've walked through sometimes. See, it's actually harder to walk because all of this stuff, which is now soft and squishy, would have been hard a couple of days ago, and that's actually easier, although sometimes slipperier, to walk on. Oh. Okay, now I have a choice. It's partly determined by the fact there's no good way through the snow here, so there should be another street down here that's not Regina Avenue that I can turn down, I think. Nice clear sidewalks along here. It's a residential neighborhood. It's always this way. I take my hat off and it feels good for a few minutes because I was warm. But then, of course, you got chilled air flowing over your sweaty head and it starts to feel cold again. But I can always put it back on if I need to. Slightly awkward when I'm holding onto this thing, but I've done it before. I can do it again. Maybe there isn't a way through, not even an alley. Do I have to walk all the way down to Regina Avenue again? Maybe that's an alley. Oh, no, I think that's just a driveway. Oh, here's the alley. Okay, we'll go this way. Oof, oof. You often get barked at walking down alleys. Dogs really don't like it when you're in the alley. I think they think that's their territory. An extension of their backyard. Or you're too close to their territory anyway. The alley turns into the street I thought must exist, so there you go. Looks like it's more clear on the north side, so that's where we'll go. There's a bit of a hill up there. Never noticed that before. Doesn't take much of a hill around here to be noticeable. The general topography being, well, it is a plain, and it's plain, P-L-A-N-E, as well as P-L-A-I-N, as well as the plains, P-L-A-I-N-S. All these various kinds of plain. Really quiet on the live stream front. Haven't seen a lot of people checking in. Oh, well, that's fine if you're just a little bit. Oh, I got under it. I wasn't sure I would. Next to the extension cord so they can plug in their car out here, the block heater. And they didn't stream it across the sidewalk like too many people do. Okay, well, I don't want to go left this time, so I've got to cross here. Well, there's one more road I could go up to, I guess. But we'll take this one. Not exactly an easy place to get onto the sidewalk there. Maybe I don't want to go this way. I think it might just curve around. So I guess I will go up another block here. The older houses in this neighborhood. The older houses are quite small. A lot of them were post-Second World War. Or even the one I used to live in was post-First World War. But that was closer to where I live now, so closer to downtown. This was probably completely undeveloped post-First World War. It's probably still farmyard at the time. Don't know that for sure, but it seems likely. Big boat back there. Won't be seeing any use for a little while. It's a big one though. Okay, we'll go right here. Right here, we'll go right. It kind of ends too. I haven't walked along these streets very often though, so this is kind of new. Again, some of those little original houses from this development. A lot of them are nice little square houses with probably a very simple floor plan and not too much room. They often have an attic, like that one has a second story. So does that one. Attic rooms. There's one for sale if you're looking. I'm smelling food again. I don't know why. I'd be smelling it so strongly in this area. What is this guy doing? Turning around, I guess. Well, I don't want to go down to Regina Avenue, so I'll go this way. Oh, is he parking? I'll stay on this side then. There's no sidewalk on this side. Or if there is, it has not been cleared. That's better. Kind kind of a gray day. As I said, the sun was out for a little bit, but all cloudy now. All cloudy on the western front. Here we are for Argyle. 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 Is it Talk Like a Pirate Day yet? Can never remember when that is. Arr. Every day is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr. Yeah, Regina Avenue is just up there, so we'll go right again. To avoid repeating myself. To avoid repeating myself. To avoid repeating myself. When I first started doing this, I remember I used to lose the signal in here somewhere, but I haven't seen that warning now for quite a while. We'll turn off of Argyle. Woof, woof, woof. Say hello to the dog. Oh, he'd like to get out. There's a little original house over there. Right, so up here we're at Elphinstone. I'll go down and get over onto the park side, since I walked down Regina Avenue to come this way, and go back a little bit along the pathway I usually follow on Mondays when I walk along the creek. Whew. No, it doesn't look in good shape, that one. Our modern one here in the corner, big garage. Wonder what the interior of that looks like. Looks like it was a store. It doesn't look like it was a house, or is a house. It actually looks abandoned, looking up to the upper story, or at least empty. I think rather than walk along, I'll go down the alley here. Really slow on the Watch Me Watch Live numbers today. I know it's an odd time, but it's like people have other things to do on a Saturday than watch me walk around Regina. Where are your priorities, people? I'm risking life and limb out here to entertain you. Let me entertain you. Let me make you smile. I can do some new tricks, some old and then some blue tricks. That's not right. But it's something like that. It's from Gypsy. I can do some something tricks, some old and then some new tricks. What are those first something tricks? Okie dokie. Cross the intersection up here. in whichever way the lights make most convenient. So this little bit will be the only repeat, except for crossing the footbridge. Will that stay green long enough for me to cross? Looks like it. Oh, hi Tim. Again? What'd you say? Yeah, everybody has block heaters here. Well, pretty much. If they don't work here. Oh, I thought I'd cut down through there, but I can't. There's a pathway here that has not been cleared. So, I guess we'll walk this way. At least to the parking lot. Everybody wave to the people in the cars. So I was going to go over there to Waterfall Park, but you can't get there right now very easily. This used car we bought a couple of years ago, I'd been plugging it in and it never seemed to do anything. Turned out it has two plug-ins. It also had a battery minder in it, which I somehow didn't know. So I've been plugging in the battery minder, but not the block heater, which is one reason I had to boost it when it was so cold. Although it's also, as I mentioned, it's a Volvo S60 and the battery's in the trunk, so it really doesn't get any warmth even if the block heater is running. And it had ice in it, the battery did. Somehow water had gotten into it, which was one reason it wasn't working well. But all good now. Tobogganers. The tobogganing is right over there on the other side of the ridge. You can see from all the people standing there. That's what they're doing. It's a very popular spot because it's a bowl. It's deep enough to be fun, and yet you can't run anywhere because you just run up the other side and you don't have to worry about, zipping out into traffic or anything. Well, I guess we'll just walk down this side of the street till we get to the footbridge. There's no point in backtracking down the parking lot here. At some point, the horizon straightened out quite a bit from what it was. And also, as far as I can tell, the external mic has worked for the entire walk, so what's with that? Why does it sometimes not work, and why does it sometimes work? Inquiring minds want to know. Should have just bought this cheap external mic to begin with. I was trying to avoid the cord, but it's really not that big of a problem, and the wireless one was much more expensive and seems to work less reliably than this one does. Probably has better sound or something, but for what I'm doing, who's going to notice? Okay, once more across the footbridge. Ooh, misjudged that last step. So I'll take another look, both directions. To the west, to the east. To the west. Oh, these steps have been cleared properly, unlike the ones I climbed up here on. I usually walk down this side of the street, so we'll walk down this side of the street. Take a look at that big new house they've been building all this year. I think it must be about done. Not sure about the landscaping, but that's hard to tell this time of year. This one here, big house. Takes up 2 lots, clearly. A fairly fancy fence system going on back here, too. I think from what I could see back there, they've still got quite a bit of landscaping to go. Well, let's see. I walked along 19th, so I'll go back. I'll go on down here, from here. Another block. New one over here. And that's an interesting one. As I've mentioned several times, it's a bit forbidding from the outside, so I really wonder what it looks like inside. It doesn't have any windows to speak of, just these slits. Must have been built by an architect, possibly for himself. Here's this side of it. I mean, I guess there's windows down there. Love to see inside it, but I never have. There's a big, pretty new one too. More and more new ones, fewer and fewer of the old ones. The old ones are more that size, the little blue one over there. And I lived on the other side of this block when I first lived in this neighborhood. There's one for sale. It's a new one or an old one? It's an old one. It's been redone at some time. It's for sale. New one. New one's on this corner. And over here is Henderson Terrace, which is old ones and a heritage property to boot. This row of houses, red brick, porches. This connects to Leopold Crescent up here. This is a big one as well. Again, some of them are a bit forbidding because of the blankness of some of the walls and the squared off everything. Has a certain institutional look. Back in the spring, I saw that tree fall over. I saw it having fallen over, where that broken bit is. It had fallen and landed on that garage on the other side. So Leopold Crescent connects here to whatever this is, 20th, I guess. No, it wouldn't be 20th, it'd be 18th. Yeah, 18th. The numbers go down as you go north, up as you go south, until you get to First, then it switches, of course. It starts going up to the north. So, just a couple more blocks and I will be done. Done. So how long have I been out? Oh, 50 minutes. I thought it'd be closer to an hour, but it's still a few minutes before I get home, so pretty close. Pretty close. One more block after I turn the corner here, short block, and we will be done. Excuse me. We will stop at the stop sign as I have done many times before. Ooh. Fingers numb from gripping the gimbal. That sneaked up on me. Okay, here we are, the end of today's walk. Thanks for walking with me. And I might be back tomorrow, or I might take the day off. We'll see. That's it for now. Goodbye.